Hi, welcome to the Shelley Studio, 25 Days of Christmas. Today I am working in my art journal. I just had this page that has collected all kinds of leftover paint from other projects, and I thought it looked like Christmas in a snowstorm. So as I was looking at it more, I could see Santa. Well, at least I could see a man with a beard. And so what I'm doing now is using my Inktense pencil and just shading around it so you can see him too. This technique, or this idea of seeing something in abstract or non-representational shapes, is called pareidolia. I'll write the name of that in the description. I also learned that from another YouTuber, and I will put her name in the description below as well, so that you can look her up if you'd like to see her stuff. It's called the Mary Atelier, I think is how it's pronounced. Anyway, I am still working on shading around Santa so you can see him. My video does cut out a few times, so it jumps a little bit, and I apologize for that. Right now I'm just activating those Inktense pencil marks, and so that it gets darker. This is where it jumped. Really sorry you didn't see me paint Santa, but all I did was put white where that red beard shape was. I'm just adding white to his hat. And yes, I decided his face was too dark, so I went in with a lighter, hopefully skin color. I know usually you put the head on first and then add the facial hair, but never was one for working the right way around. Giving him the whites of his eyes. Wait for that to dry. I'll give him, brighten up his beard a little bit more. Make that hat look like it's on his head, not elevated above it. Pulled out some paint. It's called Christmas Red, but it's definitely not the same color as what I'd used on there previously, which doesn't quite work. And giving him blue eyes. I'm going in trying to give him a more flesh tone on his face. Really hard in that little teeny space. I need some nice small brushes. I'm very hard on my paintbrushes, and they're all pretty old, so they don't make a nice point anymore. Except for this one, but it's only got like 3 bristles on it. So. Decided to go with the pen for the pupil. I was trying to do a mouth, but having difficulty there. I'm not very skilled with faces, and that small is just really hard to work with. But at least you only need the impression of a face rather than all the details, I guess. Decided Santa needed a bag, and there was one sitting there next to him, so I just shaded around it and highlighted it more with that Christmas Red craft paint, which isn't the right shade, so I pulled out the right shade of red that matches what's already on the page to enhance Santa. I had to put his arm up so it would be holding the bag. I don't think I made him quite fat enough, but I went with what I could see there, the marks that were already on the page. Made him a skinnier Santa. And then I decided we needed more than just Santa in the picture. So I decided to put a house in the background. Kind of maybe that's where he was coming from. So I used a little Payne's Gray to darken the area a bit. And then try putting snow on the roof. A little bit of a ground. And gotta give him a chimney. Santa has to go through a chimney, right? Well, what do you think? I guess I've been doing Christmas stuff too long because he just showed up on that paper that was covered with paint. Probably because that's where my brain has been for the last 20 some odd days. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did like it, please hit like, and if you'd like to see more, please subscribe.